As we have previously reported in the broadcast, a Native American group has filed a class action lawsuit against the government for mismanagement of oil, gas, grazing, timber, and other royalties since 1887. They're seeking $100 billion. Here's the good news. The government has responded with what I believe is an appropriate counteroffer. They're issuing a 2-cent Navajo stamp. Which takes us to tonight's word. Satisfied? 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 Satisfied?
Wherever Native Americans occupied territory that emigrants wanted to cross, or mine, or cultivate, the government would use every means at its disposal to move them onto special colonies called reservations.
As far as I can tell, Washington entered into 3,500 treaties with the Indians to date. And they've broken about 3,499.
They made us many promises, a Lakota elder recalled, more than I can remember. But they never kept but one. They promised to take away our land, and they took it.
Kennedy wrote in 1963, "Before we can set out on the road to success, we have to know where we are going. And to do that, we have to know where we have been in the past." It seems a basic requirement to study the history of Native American people. Only through this study can we as a nation do what must be done if our treatment of the Native American is not to be marked down for all time as a national disgrace.
There were 10 million Native Americans on the continent when the first whites arrived. 10 million. 10 million. 10 million. 10 million. 10 million. 10 million.
Indians, 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 Indians,
90% of the original population was wiped out.
Indians, 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 Indians. Let me tell you about 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 Indians.
Many of these tribes spoke different languages, followed different customs, and differed widely in their attitudes toward the whites. What united them was their attitude toward the land.
What kind of Indian are you exactly?
The Arapahoes,
Coeur d'Alene Indian, Nisqually people who are Coeur d'Alene people.
the Assiniboines,
Kiowa, Kickapoo, and Osage.
the Comanches, and the Santee Sioux,
And the Napa-Memesa. And the Dene.
the Navajos,
Creeks,
the Kiowas, the Cheyennes, the Crows,
The Pawnees. The Cherokee. Apache.
the Hopi tribe,
the Crows,
Massachusetts, Pequot,
the Nez curse.
The Winnebago tribe,
the Seminole tribe,
Paiute, the Shoshones, the Utes,
the Wampanoag Nation,
the Apaches,
the Sioux, the Arapaho, the Kiowa, the Shoshones, the Pawnees, the Comanches, the Cheyenne.
This is a list of every student who checked the American, Indian, Alaska, Native, Pacific Islander, miscellaneous indigenous box on their application for enrollment in this prestigious university.
In 1970, President Nixon wrote, "The story of the Indian in America is something more than the record of the white man's frequent aggression, broken agreements, intermittent remorse, and prolonged failure. It is a record also of endurance, of survival, of adaptation and creativity in the face of overwhelming obstacles. It is a record of enormous contributions to this country, to its art and culture, to its strength and spirit, to its sense of history and its sense of purpose."
Native Americans would be bullied into giving up their land and forced onto reservations.
It does not please me at all to know that of the 800 treaties that were signed by Indian nations and the President of the United States, the Senate of the United States refused to act upon 430 of them, and we ratified 370 of the treaties. But sadly, I must tell you that of the 370 treaties that the United States Senate ratified, the United States government violated provisions in every one of them.